It's a beautiful day in the gamerhood. A beautiful day for a gamer. Could you be mine? Or would you be mine? I'm playing, y'all. What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Seuss, aka Shadow Six Paths here. And now that I don't have some time to actually sit down and experience the amazement that is the PS5, I'm actually mad at y'all, man. It's a few things about it that one, y'all could have warned me about, and two, you could have told me about. Anyway, here we go. Let's get started.
It'll help your aim.
Please!
Here's my gun. I keep the sight a few inches left to target.
Alright, nobody told me
Challenge yourself.
the controller is the microphone. So you mean to tell me I don't have to worry about finding my mic when I'm playing zombies? I can just talk to the people directly in my hand? Just like that? Yeah, see, that's a major selling point. You don't know how many times I've been playing, honestly, any game, zombies, Warframe, Dauntless, things where you need to communicate, Warzone, you know. And I'm like, yo, where's your mic? Where's your mic? The PS4 came with a mic in the box. Like, there was no excuse. Now, there is really no excuse. As long as you have your controller in your hand, you have a mic. There shouldn't be no reason why I can't communicate with you and you can't communicate with me. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, the backwards compatibility for the PS5 is amazing, considering I still have my PS4 and I'm literally just coming to the PS5. I had an external hard drive for my PS4. All I had to do was hook it up to my PS5 and I could play everything. You know, I don't have to do any extra downloading, any extra. Well, I did have to download my save files from the cloud, but that's something you would have had to do anyway, even if you went from PS4 to PS4. You know, as long as you logging into a new system, playing a game on a new system, and you're trying to get your save file from the last system, you're gonna have to go into the cloud and upload, download. So that part actually went without saying. But the fact that I can download my PS4 games from the PS Store directly to my external hard drive and still leave my PlayStation 5 itself open for PS5 games. Now that was a stroke of genius. Now I was sitting here thinking, like, if I buy this PS5, man, I got like over 150 PS4 games. I'm gonna have to sit here and re-download each one. The PS5 only comes with 1 terabyte anyway, and I got a 4 terabyte hard drive. So you do the math. That means I'm about to have to start selecting games and deleting like everybody else do. I'm glad I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? All I had to do, like I said, plug and play. Plug and play. I wish somebody would have told me that. If somebody would have told me that, that would have eased my headache years ago. Years ago. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, Call of Duty is 200 gigs every year. PS5 has been out for 5 years. So even if I only get every Call of Duty game, I can't put nothing else on this system. I probably couldn't even put YouTube on it. Oh man. But knowing I don't have to worry about that makes it so much easier. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it really is a ease of a headache. I wish somebody would have, told me that. I also wish somebody would have told me about the screen share. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I play Warframe. And I've been playing Warframe for a few years. And I run into situations where I'm trying to get a new player involved and they're starting out and they're all confused. They're like, dude, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. And I'm trying to explain to them, hey, you got to go here. You got to go there. You jump here. You talk to this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, follow the follow the yellow markers. Follow the green markers. The red markers are enemies. I'm trying to explain to them. So, on PS4, you had the thing where you could share your screen. The only thing with that was the only way for me to watch your screen share was for me to get out of Warframe, and go into the party and go into your screen share, watch what you're going on, you know, help you out, tell you where to go, where you move. All right, jump here, jump there, kill that guy, talk to this person, buy that. All right, you're done. All right, now hold on. Wait right here on this screen. Let me get out of your share play. Let me log back into Warframe. All right, now let me send you an invite. All right, did you get it? Oh no, man, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. All right, man, I'm about to back out of Warframe again, go into your share play again, and I'm gonna show you how to work the menu real fast. Now with the PS5, you don't have to do all that. It's so easy. Like you could share your screen, and I can watch your share play while I'm still playing my game. It works like picture in picture, like you used to do on the TVs back in the 90s, on the big screen TVs. When you had the game on the big screen, but you had the cartoons in the little box for the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. Now I can tell you what's going on, watch you, make sure you're still doing what you need to do, and still be playing with you at the same time. So now I can help you and help you. I can direct you where you need to go, and I can still be killing and doing and actually playing the game with you, you know, while I'm doing said activity. Bro, that is a stroke of genius. Like, just for me personally. I don't know if anybody else has that issue, you know what I'm saying? Where they're trying to teach or show somebody how to do something and they have to back out their own game in order to. I don't know if anybody else had that issue, but I definitely, honestly, had that issue. You have no idea how many people I've tried to get onto this game here, and the beginning had them so lost because, when you play any multiplayer game like that, you have to go through that first hour or so in the game before you can even join up multiplayer with anybody. Whether it's ESO or Neverwinter, Warframe, hell, even GTA. You have to go through a little bit of the game first before you're able to log online and play with the other people. So having that screen share, yeah, man, that right there, love it, yes. I'm talking about I had my whole Dragon Tales on Dragon Scales, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. Alright, y'all. But the upscaling graphics, that was dope too. Now, I know if you've seen a previous video of mine, before I had an experience with the PS5, I said that the graphics of the PS5 compared to the PS4 was like comparing pennies and nickels, meaning it's not that big a difference. You know what I'm saying? Actually having my hands on the PS5, I admit it, I was wrong. You might want to grab your tape recorder because ask my old lady and she says, I don't know how to say those words. But yeah, I was wrong. I apologize. See, you got two of them out me. I hope she doesn't watch this. If she doesn't watch this, she's probably only going to record just that part, and I am never going to hear the end of it. It's going to be like every 5 minutes. I'm just be sitting there watching TikTok or something on my phone, and out of nowhere, I'm just hearing myself saying, I'm wrong. I apologize. What did I do? You're just sitting there. Just look like you're up to something. So I figured out. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Whatever. But anyway, I was wrong. The graphics on the PS5 look amazing. They really do. Like, I really did not know what I was missing out on. Now, I have a 1080p 42-inch TV that I use, and on my PS4, I had it cranked all the way up to 1080p, but it's like, I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if it's smoother or more vibrant. Like, But yeah, I could really, even with games that I play like all the time, such as Warframe. You know what I'm saying? Like the difference in the graphics was almost like going from the Switch to like Xbox or something like that. It was like a major improvement, and it was an improvement I wasn't expecting. Like I was like, oh yeah, you know, pennies and nickels, bro. Like it's gonna look the same anyway. You know what I mean? Whatever, whatever. Wrong, wrong. So for those of you out there that are thinking like I was thinking, like the PS4, you got a PS4 Pro, and that's as close to a PS5, so you don't need to get the PS5 because it's the same graphics. No, it's not. No, no, bro. It's definitely not. Um, I wish Blockbuster was still around. You know, when we could go rent systems for a week. You know, pay that $35, rent that PS2 for a week, try it out, play all the games you want to play, take it right back. But yeah. All right, now for the other side of the coin, the cons. I was talking about the upscale and the graphics and about my TV. Um, After I switched to the PS5, I will honestly admit that the PS5 was too powerful for my TV. Like I said, I had my PS4 on the 1080p setting, so I put my PS5 on the same thing, and for about a week, it was marvelous. Like I said, the graphics was like, oh man. Even when I'm watching stuff like Tubi and Disney Plus, like I could see the difference. You understand what I'm saying? I could see the difference between the PS4 and the PS5. But after a while, it got to the point where my screen on my TV would go completely black, but I could hear the sound still coming. So I was like, what is going on? Like I swapped the HDMI, got a brand new HDMI cord. I used it, and for about 30 minutes, everything was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then the screen went black again, So when I got it to turn back on, I had to first I put my PS5 on the 1080i setting, and it worked a little longer, for about an hour or two. Then the screen went black again. So I was like, "Yo, what is wrong? Like, what's wrong with my TV?" I hooked my PS4 back up, no problems. Went back to the PS5, an hour later, same issue. So I was like, "Yo, let me try the 720 setting." I put the PlayStation on the 720 setting, no more issues. That being said, that means while you don't need a brand new TV, because like I said, I do have a 1080 smart TV. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a new TV, but you have to manage how much power the PS5 pumps into your TV. Like I know you want to use the 1080 just to get the maximum and look the best and all of that good stuff, but if your TV can't handle it, because mine couldn't, and I'm not afraid to admit that this smart TV is pretty dumb. It could not handle the power of the PS5. So I actually ended up having to use the 720 setting, in order to avoid spending another $1,000 on a brand new 4K TV when I could just play this at a lower power consumption and make do until. You understand what I'm saying? Just make do until. Other than that, like I said, the graphics are amazing. The system is just really, really, really powerful. It really is a mini computer. But that brings me to my next thing. I've never seen a computer without a web browser. How does the PS5 not have a web browser? And for that matter, why is there a web browser option in my settings? Why do I need to clear cache and delete history for a browser that doesn't even exist on this system? You know? Now, there is workarounds for that. They're a little bit annoying, and some of them have been 86. I did see people saying, well, you can open up a message and you can send someone a hyperlink, and then they can click the hyperlink and you'll be able to go to that website. No, it doesn't work anymore. Like, PlayStation literally has it to where even if I open up a message and I type to you www.google.com, PlayStation 5 will not allow me to send you that message. It will not allow me to send you any message that has a hyperlink in it. So, no google.com, no yahoo.com, you know what I'm saying? No hubhub.com. If that's your thing, I won't tell nobody, I won't use your controller, but I definitely won't tell anybody. It's not there. Like I said, there is a workaround, but I'm not gonna put it on here because that's how they keep deleting them. That's how they keep 86ing them, because people keep posting videos about them like those people aren't watching the videos too. You know what I mean? If you're getting 1 million views on a video about how to do a workaround or a glitch in a game, you don't think one of those 1 million people could be one of the people that works on said product? I'm just saying, where's the logic? And I get you wanna, help other people out, but word of mouth, people, word of mouth. You can't 86 word of mouth, All right, that's all I'm saying. If you know, you know. So as I'm saying right now, with 2025, opening up your messenger and trying to send a hyperlink does not work. There is a workaround. There is a workaround. And that's all I'm going to say. All right. So, that being taken care of, let's go down this list again. You know what I'm saying? So, the controller is your mic. The backwards compatibility is awesome. The screen sharing is yes, sir. The upscale on the graphics is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It burnt my TV out. There's no web browser. But that's about it. Those are really the only cons to having the PS5. Aside from, and this brings me to the PS6, the game selection. Like, I don't feel like there is enough actual PS5 games. And the PS5 games that we have aren't necessarily the best to say that we're gearing up for the PS6. Okay? Let me say it again. There's not enough PS5 games. Alright? So every game is really a PS4, PS5 hybrid, one, or it's a remaster of something that came out before, just like pumping it up to the PS5, scale, which isn't bad, but all the time and energy you spent remastering a game that literally just came out 6 years ago, you could have just made a new game. It's like they're pumping money from us and we're buying the same game over and over and over. So you bought The Last of Us, right? And then you bought The Last of Us Game of the Year edition. Then you bought The Last of Us Part 1 remaster. Then you bought The Last of Us PS5 remaster. Like, you just bought the same game 4 times. Like, as good a game as it is, you just bought the same game 4 times. Seriously. That doesn't make sense to me. And it's not like the game came out on PS2 or PS3. You're talking about a game that came out last generation. How y'all already remaking something that okay? And as far as The Last of Us is concerned, I get it, because you're trying to like expand the whole universe and tie in with the HBO Max series and get all the money you can out of it. Kudos. But in the gamer hood, we don't like that. You know what I'm saying? We want to play some fresh games. We want PS5 games. We don't want RoboCop. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, y'all could have put that on PS3 and I would have been just fine. It's like the selection of games is not that major. It's not like, oh man, I need a PS5 right now because I need to play. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. The only game that comes to my mind is Spider-Man 2. Assassin's Creed, all that good stuff, But as far as like Assassin's Creed goes and games that aren't first party to the PS5, did somebody say Xbox? You know what I mean? Because I can pay my little and play those games the first day they come out. I don't have to wait and wait and wait. So I figured PlayStation was on the same thing. Ended up spending all that money on the premium tier plus package for PlayStation Plus, thinking Spider-Man was going to be on there because that was one of the game cards that was on the ad for it was the Spider-Man 2. So I spent all that money, then I go on there and it's just the trial. It's just the demo version. Who spends $20 to play a game for 2 hours? Thank you. Come again. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like I said, the PS5 is amazeballs. Everything on it is PS4 on steroids. The party system works marvelous, being able to share screen, all of that stuff, like I said before. But other than that, I'm just really enjoying this product. Like I said at the beginning, I wish some people would have told me some things, and I wish some people would have warned me about other things. But all in all, I can say this is a solid system. And you're talking to somebody that has literally every system. Right now, I have a PS3, a PS4, a PS5, a Xbox 360, a Xbox One, a Nintendo Switch, a Super Nintendo, and a regular Nintendo, a Sega Genesis, and an Atari. Like, I literally have all these systems right now. Oh, and my Game Boy Advance and my Game Boy Color. But, and my PSP. So, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I am a gamer. So, when I'm telling you that this system is worth it, whether you go to the pawn shop and get it, whether you pre-order it, whether you lay away, whether you go to Walmart, whether you beg your parents to buy it for Christmas, whether you go cut yards and hit some grass and go to the flea market and catch it at a yard sale, whatever. Just get your hands on this system. This is not support for Sony. I'm not getting paid to say this. This is my personal opinion. This is how I feel. So how do you feel? You feel like you loving the PS5? You ready for the PS6? You an Xbox fan? Or you just going to stick with Nintendo? Like, comment, talk to me. I talk back. I ain't afraid. Yeah, all right, y'all. Take it easy. Have a good one.
The sooner you answer our questions, the better the odds we don't miss a bottle and evaporate your face.
Okay, stop! Okay, please. I'll tell you whatever you want.
PlayStation